Hey/X/. This isn't some bullshit creepypasta that I wrote. This is real shit that has been happening to me for fucking years now, and it's just picked up a lot worse. I have this pre-typed, and I'm going to upload as fast as 4chan lets me. If anyone knows what the fuck I'm dealing with, can you please, fucking help? I'm 18 years old. I live in the countryside, somewhere in NC, because the rent is cheap and my parents live about 3 miles away. I'm enrolling in my community college next semester. I'm pretty much antisocial as hell, and I don't have many friends. Never in my life have I ever done any drugs to induce anything I may be hearing, seeing, or feeling. When I was 13, my mother says I would go to my window in the middle of the night and have conversations with things that weren't there. I would talk about my life, and I would tell my mother about it. When I was 14, my mother and my father claims I would go outside in freezing weather in nothing but sweatpants and a t-shirt, and stand in the yard, staring into the sky. When I was 16, I was found in my school's bathroom with glass in my right hand. It turned out that I had smashed out the window, screaming out something along the lines, "No one can save you. He will find you. He will eat your family," at the nurse, and I had no recollection of it. Anyways, about 6 months ago, I was in my house, playing some stupid shit on the PC, I think it was CSGO. Haven't slept in about 30 hours or so, and it was about 11 AM. I heard a tapping at my window, but I just ignored it like it was nothing. I assumed winds were blowing harsh and it was causing the tree by my window to keep hitting it. After I was finished with my match, it wouldn't stop. At all. Being the paranoid pussy with anxiety that I am, I didn't look, and instead I went to the kitchen to grab a knife. I went back to my room, and sat on my bed, and started watching TV. After a while, I began to hear footsteps in my house, and occasional whispering. I flipped the hell out and called my friend, Matt, on a voice/video call, and I started to cry. I asked if he could pick me up, and he was nice enough to do so. Matt even said I could even stay the weekend. When I heard him honk, I dropped the knife and ran from my room, through the hall, and out the front door. I didn't even bother packing or turning anything off. I got in his car, he comforted me, and I went to his house. While he was driving, in the density of the woods that the countryside has, I saw some fucker hiding behind the trees. He looked about 7 feet 1, and had extremely gray skin, and had no hair at all. He wore clothes like a homeless person. They were rugged and dirty. I only saw him for a few seconds before he was out of my field of view in the car. When I got to my friend's house, we chilled out, watched some movies, snuggled, and slept in the living room together. Overall, the weekend went great, and I decided to go back home on Sunday. He came with me, and we hung out at the house for a bit, and even went from room to room checking for anything. He left after about an hour or so, and I stayed at the house myself. The day resumed as normal. Approximately 2 months later, or 4 months ago, I decided to go for a walk to the gas station to get an energy drink. I don't remember the time, but I remember that it was dark. It was anywhere from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. anyways. I began to hear footsteps behind me on the side of the road. I kept looking back, but saw nothing. After a while, it got progressively worse, and I started to feel sick and dizzy. I began to run as fast as I could, and I was too afraid to turn back. I heard the footsteps pick up pace, and I fell to the ground. All I remember was that I heard ringing in my ears from the fall, and a really fuzzy view of the guy I saw in the woods, but he didn't have any clothes on. I woke up on my front porch wrapped in my blanket. All of my belongings were still in my pockets. When I got back into my house, I saw that my legs were literally covered in scratches. Little baby scratches, but it was covered in them. I decided to set up a borrowed video cam at my front door, and sit and wait. Nothing happened after multiple recording sessions, but I woke up every other night with my front door wide open. About 3 months ago, my friend, Ashley, had mentioned something about how she kept seeing a little boy with grayish skin and no hair who would walk up and down her street at night. Considering that the humanoid that I have seen had grayish skin and no hair, I grew curious of what she told me. She told me of multiple accounts of when she had also seen the gray man with the gray boy. Although I have never seen the gray man and the gray boy, I believe her. She had also told me that on one occasion, she opened her window and saw him tapping on the glass. About a week ago, I woke up to see the gray man in my bathroom. He had no clothes or anything, and his eyes almost glowed a dull gray in the dark, as odd as it may seem. I honestly don't know how. Looking at him up close was so fucking morbidly scary. I literally pissed and shit myself. His skin was really wrinkly, and he had elongated yellow teeth. That's about all I can remember. Earlier today, I came home to find all of my doors locked and windows closed. I had to break in with a screwdriver. When I walked into the front door, I saw that my entire fucking living room was rearranged. Nothing was missing. It was just rearranged, oddly enough. I'm going into the woods next Friday night, /x/. I'm bringing my .44 camera, and Ashley to the woods. Whatever that thing is, I want to fucking find out. Even now I can hear footsteps in the fucking bathroom, I swear to fucking God.
Are you anywhere near the Chogo Lodge?
The red with the circle is the general area where I live. The purple is Kotka Lodge, so I'm not too far away.